The King's Comfy Shoes. Long, long ago, in a land of rolling green hills, sparkling rivers, and golden fields of wheat, there was a kingdom where birds sang, flowers bloomed, and children played happily. At the heart of it all was a kind and gentle king. He loved his people dearly, and they loved him right back. The kingdom was filled with laughter, music, and peace. One sunny morning, the king stood at his palace window. He saw farmers working in the fields, bakers carrying bread fresh from the oven, and children run through the meadow, chasing bright butterflies under the warm sun. His heart was so full of love that he made a big decision. I want to visit my kingdom and meet my people as a friend, not just as their king, he said. So he set aside his heavy golden crown and shiny royal robes. Instead, he wore a simple brown cloak and sandals, so he would look just like an ordinary traveler. With a big smile, he began his journey. Day after day, the king walked along dusty roads, through villages, and over little wooden bridges. Everywhere he went, people cheered. Farmers stopped plowing to shake his hand. Shopkeepers gave him sweet fruits and warm bread. Children ran alongside him, giggling and waving happily. The king laughed with them all, his heart growing warmer with each step. After weeks of walking, the rough paths and sharp pebbles began to trouble him. Dust covered his feet, thorns pricked him, and his steps grew heavy with pain. When at last he returned to his palace, he sank into his golden throne with a sigh. "Ooh, my poor feet," he groaned, rubbing them carefully. "If my feet hurt this much, think of how much my people must suffer when they walk these roads every day." The king jumped up with sudden determination. "I have a royal order," he declared. "Cover every road in the kingdom with soft leather. Then no one will ever have sore feet again." The ministers gasped in shock. Their eyes grew wide, and they whispered among themselves. "Cover every road," one said. "That would mean covering the whole world in leather. We'd need the skin of every cow in the land," said one. "Impossible," they all agreed, shaking their head. The king frowned. His heart was kind, but he had no idea what to do. Just then, the oldest minister stepped forward. His beard was long and silver. His eyes twinkled kindly like stars, and his voice was gentle but wise. He bowed and said, "Your Majesty, your idea is noble, but perhaps there's a simpler way." The king leaned forward eagerly. "Please, tell me." The wise minister smiled and held up his own worn shoe. "Instead of covering the whole world in leather, what if we simply covered our own feet?" For a moment, the king looked puzzled. Then, suddenly, his face lit up. He laughed so loudly that the whole palace echoed with joy. "Of course! How simple! How brilliant!" The king ordered the royal shoemakers to make the softest leather shoes. When he put them on, he sighed in relief. "Ah, no more ouchies," he said with a grin, walking proudly around the palace. Word spread across the kingdom, and soon everyone had strong, comfortable shoes. Farmers worked easily in their fields. Children skipped and played without stubbing their toes. Travelers walked long distances without pain. The kingdom was happy, cheerful, and lively once more. Hi! Today's moral of the story is, instead of trying to change the whole world, begin with yourself. True change starts from within, and when we take small, wise steps, we can make life better for ourselves and for others. That's all for today, fantastic friends. If you loved our adventure, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss a moment of the fun. Bye for now. Waddle on!